Streaming now on Pickle TV.
A multi-time champion. Since 1912, Fenway Park has been revered as hallowed grounds for the Red Sox. It's also seen boxing and soccer and football, but it has never before seen pickleball. That all changes now. The Pickle 4 Ballpark Series kicks off here in Boston, Massachusetts, and we're bringing you the live coverage on CBS Sports Network.
Tonight, the oldest active Major League ballpark plays host to the fastest growing sport in America. Pickleball is taking over historic Fenway Park for the first ever Ballpark Series Pro Showcase exhibition. I am sitting high atop the outfield at Fenway Park, about 37 feet up. I got a great view of everything happening here tonight. You see the 12 temporary pickleball courts placed in the outfield around the warning track area, and then I can see the World Series banners and just taking in all the history of the iconic ballpark that is Fenway. And speaking of history, I'm actually sitting on some of it right now. I am right on top of the Green Monster. I have the best view of all the action going on throughout the weekend here at Fenway Park, and the action has started earlier this week. That's right, amateur athletes have been enjoying these courts for the last few days, but in just minutes, some of the top players in the sport will take over in a first-of-its-kind match. We are playing for the very first time pro pickleball in a major league stadium. And speaking of pickleball action this summer, you cannot get enough of it here on CBS Sports Network. It is the place to be. Starting on Sunday from 1 to 4, you can watch these pros go head-to-head here at Fenway Park. And then we're headed out to San Francisco next weekend for more Ballpark Series action. All of the fun continues, and it starts tonight. Let's send it over to our announcer, Dave Benz. Hey, Dave.
Emily, thank you so much. And I am not a solo man. I am here today with Rob Nunnery, who is one of the elite pro pickleball players in the entire world. And Rob, thanks so much for joining us here this weekend. And tough assignment, right? Having to come to Fenway Park. How cool is this?
I mean, it's as cool as it gets, right? We're used to playing at different parks and tennis venues that are converting to pickleball, and to be playing at one of the most iconic sports venues in the world is just unbelievable, and it's a pleasure to be here.
And it's just a testament of how much pickleball continues to grow. I mean, I think back to 2016 when I called the first U.S. Open, nobody really even knew what pickleball was. Now everybody not only knows what it is, they're all playing it.
Yeah, I mean, it just continues to grow and grow, and it doesn't seem like it's slowing down. So, and being at a baseball park, here we are.
And our coverage here this evening is not necessarily a big money event, but it's more of a pro exhibition as the signature of this event. But man, it is going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to begin with the men's singles. Hunter Johnson against J.W. Johnson, and we'll have the opening serve on that one coming up after this quick timeout from Fenway Park.
The Ballpark Series on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin Sports, the official ball of the Ballpark Series, and by the U.S. Virgin Islands, the official tourism board of the Ballpark Series.
And back inside historic Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, we are ready to get our men's singles final underway. J.W. Johnson taking on Hunter Johnson. Hunter Johnson, you see him there out of New Mexico, 29 years old. And Hunter Johnson, unfortunately, is taking on the guy that beat you, Rob Nunnery, and you were hoping to be able to play in this championship, and we are officially underway, and a decent crowd on hand. I'll be curious to see how the crowds grow as the weekend continues. Sunday will be the big day, Sunday afternoon here at Fenway Park. We'll have that for you on CBS Sports Network, and there is a good look right there at Hunter Johnson. 17th in the Duper rankings coming into this week, and these matches will not count for their Duper rankings, as this is more of a pro exhibition. And JW just kind of flicks the paddle and gets the side out. And there's a look at JW. What happened in that match you had against JW earlier?
You know, I think youth's on his side. I'm 38 years young, and you know he's about 20 years younger than me, and came out on top. But no, he's a phenomenal player, and it was fun to be on court with him. And
by the way, the baseline camera, we call it in the business the game camera. That is the traditional home plate main game camera used for Red Sox games. It's high atop the press box area here at Fenway Park behind home plate, and it's such a great angle to have that height and be shooting down. There's a look at what we're talking about, and you know, we don't often get a camera up that high to be able to give this angle. This is more of an angle you would see like at the U.S. Open or Australian Open for tennis.
Yeah, it's super unique. We usually have a much lower camera, and at a lower camera you get to see kind of the bend on the ball and some of the angles and spin used. But from up here you get a better vantage point of seeing the whole court and seeing how the point's constructed.
And how about Hunter Johnson already off to a quick 4-1 count here. He is in your far court. And anybody who's new to pickleball, first of all, if you are, you're very late to the party, but if you just happen to be new, you can only score a point if you are the serving side. You must get to 11 to win a game, and the match is best 2 games out of 3. Let's look at the side angle, the kitchen cam, we like to call that. And that goes into the net, and the side out will get it right back over to Hunter, trying to build off this 4-1 advantage.
4-1. Side out.
Side out as that will not get back across the net. How cool was it for you to step out onto the court here today and to play in this iconic venue?
1-4.
It's just unbelievable. You're playing a point, and then you're kind of zoomed in while you're playing the point and watching the ball and keep staying focused. And then after the point, you kind of zoom out and look up, and you see the iconic Fenway sign, and it's just unreal.
And the green monster, and it's I know before the weekend is out, I want to go back and check out. I've been told to go look at the inner workings of the green monster. That'd be really cool to be able to see if they'll let us over there.
Well, I was talking to Brett, who's actually the ref calling this match at the hotel, and he said, yeah, I went up to the green monster and he knocked on it, and it was actually metal, and that surprised him.
4-2.
Brett Hutless is who you're referencing. He's the lead official. Larry Scott is your second official. Brett and Larry both out of Florida. And another point here. So that moves it quickly to 5-2. See some of the fans here.
2 bounces.
That's 2 bounces, so it'll be a side out.
Side out.
And while JW's got the higher duper, Hunter is lower ranked, but I would say I wouldn't call this a big upset that Hunter's leading right now, because he's a staple at the podium on the APP Tour. He makes, he's either gold, silver almost every single weekend. A phenomenal singles player.
There's great deception on that last shot by JW. He hit it well until he got Hunter to bite.
Point.
And another point. This thing now is tightened up at 4-5.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I would actually call this probably a coin flip going into the match, based on how they've been playing recently.
Yeah, I agree. They are technically 13 spots apart from each other in the Duper rankings, but I mean, we're talking a very slim margin between the two.
5-5. Point.
And another beautifully played shot there by JW. You see the smile on his face.
6-5.
We will see his sister, by the way, Jorja, playing in the women's singles championship after this match, as she pulled the upset in the semifinals to beat Simone Jardim. Although I don't know, did we call it an upset?
Yeah, again, got youth on their side, and Jorja can hit the heck out of the ball, and she can, when she's hitting her spot, she's going to be tough to beat.
And she will take on Parris Todd. And Parris had all she could handle against Millie Rain in their semifinal. That thing went 3 games and then went extra pickleball in the 3rd game before being decided 13-11.
6-5.
Yeah, that's not a scoreline you'd expect to see.
Point.
But Millie can, again, just like Jorja, if she's on, she can hit her spots.
Timeout receiver, 7-5.
Timeout is going to be taken here by Jorja Johnson as JW has rallied all the way back from what was a 5-1 deficit to a 7-5 advantage. More from Fenway Park coming up after this quick timeout. And back here at Fenway Park. And this is really just an exhibition. There's no, I mentioned no duper ranking impact by the outcome here, and there is no additional prize money. All the pros were given an appearance fee to come here for this event. But you know, I have a feeling if this thing continues to catch on, that may change going forward as this thing gets bigger and better, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. And even though there's no necessarily prize money for winning this match, I guarantee you both these guys want to win this match pretty badly.
Well, they're on national TV right now, live and on CBS Sports Network. So you know they want to show well for their sponsors as well.
Yeah, exactly. JW being kind of Franklin's main guy, you know, he wants to put on a show, and this is Franklin's hometown, so.
A misfire there, so the side out gets it back over to JW at a 7-6 advantage here.
Point.
And he tried to go for a little dink there, didn't quite get the paddle on it, and it's 8-6.
Yeah, I think he's a little confused on whether or not his ball was in at the baseline. I think it caught.
8-6. Side out.
The side out gives Hunter a little bit of hope here. Still very much in this game, but needs to cut into this deficit.
6-8.
Oh, and wasted opportunity there. The side out goes right back over to JW. Jorja Johnson, of course, his brother Yates Johnson is also a fantastic professional pickleball player. He is not here this weekend, which is unusual to not see them together.
Yeah, they're men's doubles partners in every tournament they play. They are they're, like I said, mainstays on the podiums and APP tournaments. So no Yates is definitely different.
And it's good. I don't need to look at the socks to decide which one is which, because that's the key when you're watching them play, because they are identical twins.
Side out.
Yeah, Hunter, I believe, has maybe an inch or two on Yates, which, you know, a little bit of an advantage in pickleball.
JW with that serve long gives it right back over to Hunter.
Side out.
And the side out now.
Point.
Excuse me, the point, excuse me. So that's going to tighten it up.
7-9.
7-9.
It's a great angle.
Point.
Yeah, not much that JW could do with that. It was not far enough out for an ATP. I think he was kind of reading it like maybe it might go, and he might have had an ATP shot, but it just wasn't there.
Side out.
Not quite there. And we've seen JW stay back on a couple of returns, which is pretty unusual in the men's game, and not something he typically does. He typically gets to the kitchen line after the return and has great coverage at the net. So we'll see if he keeps staying back some.
9-8 back over to JW and make it 10-8, and we've got game point.
10-8. Side out.
Well, it'll keep going here in game one as Hunter with another shot to
8-10.
climb back into this one.
JW staying back again.
Into the net, so game point number 2 opportunity coming up for J-Dub.
Really got away with one there. I mean, Hunter had controlled the point at the kitchen line and had JW back.
Nice finesse on that shot, and then able to cover some ground to keep it going. J-Dub really making Hunter cover a lot of ground, that lob. And that's going to be wide. Oh, did it catch the line? No, just missed. I'll tell you what, I thought it was going to be out by way more than it was.
That's how you finish a point. That's how you finish a game, though.
2 minutes.
So the first game in the books goes to J.W. Johnson. So he leads 1-0 here in this best 2 out of 3, and we will have game number 2 from Fenway Park here in Boston, Massachusetts coming up after this timeout. You are watching CBS Sports Network.
Welcome back into CBS Sports Network. We are playing pickleball at Fenway Park. I am here with Mike D, the chairman and co-founder of Pickle4. Mike, this has got to be such a cool spectacle for you. I mean, you were in the Red Sox organization working there. Now you're on the pickleball side of things. How did this all come about?
Well, I would have never thought I'd be back here 13 years after I left for a pickleball tournament, but it's been a true labor of love, a lot of fun. One of our signs up here says, "Thanks for making history with us." This truly is history. It's the first time that professional pickleball has ever been played in a major league ballpark, and not just any major league ballpark, but arguably the cathedral of all major league ballparks, Fenway Park, and also in the city of Boston. It's the first time professional pickleball has come within the city limits of Boston. So we're proud to bring both to the fans here in Boston and on CBS Sports Network.
Yes, this is the first of many cool things that you're going to be a part of with Pickle4. What else should we be on the lookout for?
Well, next week we take the show on the road to Oracle Park in San Francisco, and another majestic setting on the shores of San Francisco Bay. We're excited for that tournament. A great lineup of women, all women's tournament. We also have the U.S. Open as part of Pickle4 now. We're proud of that, and back with CBS Sports Network again next year in April. The biggest pickleball party in the world played in Naples, Florida. So we're just proud to be a part of this sport. We really want to shine with these events a brighter light on the sport, expose it to more people. It's a great sport to play, we know that, but it's also a great sport to watch, and these great pros we have here at Fenway exemplify that.
Let's get back to the action. Dave?
And what action we're getting to start this thing off. Great court coverage by both players. Thank you so much, Emily. And then a finesse shot on the drop by JW to get an early 1-0 advantage. That was impressive.
That's a silly point to start off, and yeah, it's good to see these guys out there smiling, having fun, and putting on a show.
Side out.
And while we're in the replay, a side out, so Hunter will get the serve for the first time in this second game. And you know, at the very top of the broadcast, Emily pointed out this is the oldest ballpark in all of Major League Baseball. And I was like, wait, is it older than Wrigley? And it is. This opened in 1912. Wrigley was 1915. Unreal. So I would have lost a beer on a bar bet on that, because I would have thought Wrigley was older, but Wrigley's 1915, Fenway's 1912.
Same year as the Titanic. How about that?
1-1.
Well, yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it. But you think about all the things that have happened here at Fenway. I mean, you know, first and foremost, all those great Red Sox teams over the years, and the great games that they played in, you know, just over a century of baseball. But they've also had huge boxing matches here. The NHL's Winter Classic has been here. The Boston Patriots have played here. All the rock concerts that have been here. I mean, anybody who's anybody in terms of big names has played here. So to have pickleball added to that list, it really is cool.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Really good shot by Hunter.
I was up in the Players Lounge before this, and there's in the right field bleachers, there's the red seat. You can see it from right here, and that is where, just look how far that is. That is where Ted Williams hit his shot that was 502 feet.
Wow.
Unreal.
There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go take a walk around this ballpark tomorrow and/or Sunday, and get inside the Green Monster and check out some of the cool things. I've been to this park as a fan before, but I've never been here working an event and having you know, access to the inner workings that we have this weekend. So that is just really cool.
And now look at you calling a pickleball event in Fenway.
Never thought I'd be doing that, let alone these players playing
Side
here.
out.
Side out gets it back over here to Hunter.
2-2.
3 straight lobs by Hunter, and then he couldn't catch up to that one in the corner.
Side out.
And the side out gets it right back over here to JW.
2-2.
That's unreal.
Great angle played there by Hunter Johnson to get the side out.
Both of these guys' court coverage is just ridiculous. How well they're able to cover the kitchen line.
2-2.
But there's nobody's gonna get that one.
Point.
And finally a point to go back in front here.
3-2.
And another point to make it 4-2. First time in this game that anybody has reeled off consecutive points.
4-2.
Lob by Hunter, and then a little nonchalant swing at it by JW.
I don't know what he's going for there, but he's trying to have some fun with it.
I know they both want to win, but I think they also want to put on a show.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, our season's so long. We play so many tournaments throughout the year that to be able to come and to have fun with it, an event versus just have the grind of an event is it's a big deal. It's a nice relief and a nice break for these guys to, have some fun on the pickleball court where they're always having fun, but it's a different atmosphere.
4 straight points on this service opportunity by Hunter. Make it 5 straight. He just painted the line right there.
Yeah, Hunter's game is very much great ground strokes, really big bend on the ball, a lot of top spin. J-Dub also has good passing shots, but a little bit better than what we call cat and mouse type of pickleball, which is hit drops, go into the kitchen, move the ball around, a lot more dinks and angles, and a little bit more finesse feel. Like this is cat and mouse.
Side out.
And that was an impressive job right at that kitchen line there by Hunter Johnson.
This game's getting away from J-Dub if he's not careful here.
Yeah, J-Dub has had 4 straight scoreless serves. Hunter throws the paddle up in the air as he misplayed the angle on that one.
Rare singles firefight, which are always fun. You see it a lot in doubles where you have the ball coming back quick back and forth, but you don't see it in singles too often, so it's always fun when it happens.
Yeah, I feel like in singles, it's more of a baseline game than it is a kitchen line game. But when you do get that kitchen line game in singles, it can be fun to watch.
It's a lot of fun. It's very tiring.
Yeah, I bet. I'm probably about a 3-5, maybe on a good day a 4-0, so I'm not getting into a lot of firefights at the kitchen line.
No, probably not a lot of cat and mouse in singles either, huh? Yeah.
Most of my singles matches are against my 14-year-old son, so, Hello, he's gotten a point now where we played the other day. We played a match, and he beat me the first game 11-2. I came back and crushed him in the next 2 games, but it took me a minute to get warmed up. Before I could blink, I was trailing like 8-1. I was like, what's going on?
Was that the first game he's ever beaten you?
No, he's beaten me in some games before. He's never beaten me 11-2 in a game, though.
3-7, 1 minute.
A timeout is being taken here at 3-7. And want to remind you that coming up on CBS Sports Network, you want to stay tuned for the bracelet event and the World Series Poker Tour. That's coming up following our coverage here on CBS Sports Network. Let's check in again with Emily Proud. Emily?
Hey guys, I am tracking down a very important person here that you haven't seen play yet, but you're going to watch her play in just a little bit. George, I'm going to grab you here. You're watching your brother play right now. JW, I have to be specific. We got 2 Johnsons on the court right now. Do you have any pointers for him?
Honestly, I was eating before this. But I just saw the last couple points, and it looks like a great match. I'm not sure the score. I know he won the first.
He did.
Okay.
He's doing all right so far. We're playing pickleball in a major league ballpark. What's this event like to you as a player?
Oh, well, it's really cool. I came from softball, so to just see like this level of baseball and this level of tennis, this level of tennis players playing pickleball, it's just kind of funny. It's a major crossover between all three sports.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. We keep talking about how cool it is, but I'm curious. You look out, and there's so much space. There's so much extra room. What are the challenges playing on a court like this?
I would say this is it's a little different surface than we're used to, but I think it's nice playing for a crowd, and we got a pretty good crowd here today. Hopefully a big one online as well. CBS is a pretty big deal, and it's just nice playing on a big venue.
Yes, we're looking forward to seeing you play on a big stage tonight in the women's finals match against Parris Todd. That's Jorja. We're going to get back to the match, Dave.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, Jorja Johnson, her brother J.W. Johnson. It is a Johnson affair here in Boston, Massachusetts this weekend. By the way, J.W. and Hunter are not related.
3-7.
Just sharing the same last name. Brothers from another mother. And J.W. now has reeled off 2 straight points after falling behind 7-2. He's tightened it up at 4-7.
JW might have said enough messing around here. I'm going to get back into this and take this, a little bit more seriously and hit the proper shots. Let's see. Just too good.
That was too good.
That's one thing I just saw Hunter do. You just kind of take a breath, you zoom out, you kind of look up, and you're like, man, how am I here? It's so cool.
Yeah, this is where Ted Williams and Carl Yastrzemski and Jim Rice and Carlton Fisk and so many great Red Sox legends played over the years. The ATP well executed, but it left the court wide open, and Hunter says, thank you very much. I'll get the side out and get the serve back.
That's the challenge with ATPs. They've become so common that they're very defendable now, as we saw with Hunter right there. He just flipped it into the open court. So sometimes you'll see guys like JW that'll take that instead of go ATP around the post, he'll just take it back cross court to try to trick Hunter. Very much a chess match.
Oh, quick reflexes there by Hunter.
Point.
And he'll make it 8-4 now.
And as Jorja mentioned, the surface is a bit different than what we're used to.
8-4.
And the ball just doesn't have quite the bounce. It's very, very good service and very playable, but just a little softer. You don't get quite the height on bounces, so it's a little harder to track them down.
Side out.
Side out gets it back over to JW, but needs to get something put together here.
4-8.
Misfire by Hunter.
Well, let's get that on a slow-mo replay. I don't know what he was trying to do. I think it was going to be something goofy, but...
5-8.
You ask for it and you get it.
Oh, I see what he's doing, yeah.
He was doing his impersonation of me. That's what he was doing.
Against your son, 11-2. I'm going to remind you that.
Yes, thank you. I can't believe I told that to a national TV audience. Probably not a great idea.
8-5. Point.
So another point makes it 9-5.
9-5.
Hunter trying to win this game and get this match to a decisive third.
Nice.
Oh, such touch on display by Hunter.
I knew that forehand flick cross court was coming, but JW did too, and he was able to track it down, but just left the court too open. Great volley by Hunter.
And then he misses wide, so the side out keeps hope alive here for J-Dub in this second game.
Yes, sir.
Got his work cut out for him, 5-10.
5-10.
And
Side
he gives
out.
it right back. So game point number 2 coming up here for Hunter.
10-5.
Oh, well played shot there by J-Dub as Hunter couldn't catch up to it.
Yeah, J-Dub's really given Hunter the advantage on his service points because J-Dub's staying back at the baseline after the return,
5-10.
which allows Hunter to come in, which is the advantage. Ooh, just missed.
Yeah, that was not wide by much.
Side out.
Well, 16 serves and only 5 points for J-Dub in this
10-5.
match, or in this game.
Just missed. That's
Point.
it.
That was wide, and that's it.
11-5.
Took 3 game
Hunter
points, but
Johnson.
Hunter Johnson, the
Time
third
out,
try
change
is the
in, 2
charm.
minutes.
And we're going to go to a third game, and I'm fine with it. Let's have a decisive third here in the men's singles finals, and we'll have that for you coming up after this quick timeout from historic Fenway Park on CBS Sports Network. Tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern, the world's most talented hoopers are on full display as the basketball event of the summer tips off from Toronto. Don't miss John Calipari's Kentucky men's squad go head-to-head with some of the best across Africa. It's the 2023 Global Jam right here on CBS Sports Network. Back inside Fenway Park, Dave Benz alongside Rob Nunnery and Emily Proud. Happy to be bringing you the coverage of the Pickleball Ballpark Series debut event here at Fenway Park. And we've gone to a third game. J.W. Johnson took the first game 11-8. Hunter took the second game 11-5. And a side out to get this one started.
I think JW hit both the lines, the baseline and the sideline on that one. Perfect
0-0.
spot.
By the way, coincidentally, we mentioned, Fenway and Wrigley Field. How about the fact that this venue is available? Great two-handed backhand there by Hunter. This venue is available here this weekend because Major League Baseball has come out of the All-Star break. The Red Sox are playing at Wrigley against the Cubs later this evening.
Too cool. Yeah, what a historic matchup. It's great.
Oh, dirty. That's a really impressive shot from back deep in the court.
Pickleball has changed in the past couple of years in terms of
1-0.
paddle technology. That kind of shot used to be really difficult to pull off based on the paddles available. Now paddles are getting more grit, more power. You can bend the ball a lot more, as we saw there.
JW saw Hunter going the wrong way, so
0-1.
takes advantage. The crowd applauding that effort out of JW. And he likes it. You see the smile under the lights here at Fenway as the lights have been turned on. That does just catch the line.
1-1.
Hunter said that's enough of that.
Hunter doing a good job getting the crowd involved.
1-1.
Well, you think about this sport and what it's become as well, right? You think about a player like Tyson McGuffin, who's one of the best at playing to the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Side out.
And, just the way that the guys are able to get the fans behind them and get them cheering, it really is a fun part of the sport.
1-1. Point.
Well placed shot there by JW.
Yeah, no, it's cool in an event like this to have personality shine and
2-1.
come out. And, it's sometimes tough to do that in the heat of a tournament where you're competing for prize money and making a living. So to be able to come here and have fun and swing away and smile and engage with the crowds, it's a really cool atmosphere.
Yeah, you're not feeling a lot of pressure. You're just
1-2.
feeling like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, you don't have to be a pro to be playing in this Pickle 4 Ballpark Series. It was open to amateurs and open to the public. And I don't know, and in fact, I need to find out. I don't know if registration has closed yet for the event next weekend in San Francisco at Oracle Park. And I will update getting the information on you for that. But I mean, another great venue to go to for pickleball.
Yeah, and outside of having the tournaments, they also do court rentals. So even just, even if you're newer to the game and want to check it out and be able to be on field at Oracle Park, I mean, what a cool experience.
Yeah, San Francisco's home for me, and I feel like I can say objectively that there's Fenway and Wrigley have the history, but no ballpark has the sight lines of Oracle looking out at McCovey Cove. That is something else. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like out there next weekend.
It's gorgeous. A few times I've been. I mean, it's San Francisco. You got to bring that. You got to bring that light jacket.
Oh yeah,
it's required.
Simone already told me she might be wearing pants next weekend, as opposed to a skirt. Another point here, and JW now
4-2
with a 4-2 advantage. He's netted points on 3 of his last 4 serves. That's too good out of Hunter.
In terms of the weather, I mean, I think we dodged a couple bullets today in terms of avoiding the rain, and it was very, very humid, which in terms of the play will slow down the speed of the ball. Pickleballs are basically a form of a wiffle ball, whereas the hotter and more humid it gets, the slower the ball moves through the court.
And do you like it better with the ball slowed down a little bit, or do you like it with a little more pop out of it?
Oh, I would say I'd probably like it somewhere in between. I mean, for singles, I like it fast with more pop. It's a little easier to hit passing shots, and the points are shorter for somebody that's 38. I don't want to be in long points with these guys. I want to play short points. So singles, definitely the faster ball, and doubles, I think I would prefer the slower ball.
Point.
3 straight points here now by Hunter Johnson, and he goes back in front.
5-4. Point.
You hear the get out. It does get out.
Change in.
And we're going to have the end change. So we will have a quick stoppage for the end change as they've reached 6-4 here in this third game. And while they change ends, we will take a quick break. Back with more from Fenway Park after this quick timeout.
15 seconds.
Welcome back to Fenway Park. Hunter Johnson is surged in front here over JW Johnson, not related, although they are no strangers to each other on a pickleball court. And no doubt this will not be the final time they play each other on a pickleball court. In fact, this weekend, as we move to doubles, likely to see that continue.
Absolutely. Just missed. And these guys are playing. These guys are it's tightening up here in the third, and both guys are like, "Wait, we're having fun, but I also don't want to lose this." So, seeing JW start to come in on returns, play typically how you'd see him play in a tournament. So we'll see intensity rise here a bit.
Yeah, but JW misses wide, gives it right back.
6-4.
So Hunter trying to build on this lead. And cannot, so J-Dub gets it right back.
All right, J-Dub's had trouble scoring on serve, so let's see what he does here.
Side out.
Well, that's going to be wide right back, so 3 straight serves without a point for J-Dub.
6-4. Side out.
And he'll get another opportunity off the side out.
So the typical play here for Hunter is you've seen him hit heavy returns deep to JW's backhand, because JW's had trouble passing and left that one a little high.
Side out gets it straight back, so
6-4.
but combination of 6 straight serves without a point for these guys, and that ends there.
Big forehand. That's Hunter's bread and butter. Big serve, big forehand.
J-Dub making it look easy right on that kitchen line right now. And then well placed into the corner. Hunter couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, it feels like the wind's died down. It was pretty swirly earlier today, and I know I hit a lob that went right, and then I looked at the flag. The flag is blowing left, so it gets swirly down here on the court.
How good is that out of JW?
Hunter said, give him his favorite shot, and that's absolutely one of J-Dub's favorite shots. It's what he's kind of known for, is that backhand flick. He gets so much pop on such a short swing. It's pretty impressive.
Side out.
Side out, though, so he can only get 1 point. Yeah, that's one of those where it's like, the second you hit it, you're like, I think I'm in trouble.
Oh, yeah. You know right off the paddle.
Ooh, great job getting to it by Hunter, and then J-Dub goes, I'll go 5-hole. Hunter.
Oh, he went off speed. He didn't expect the off speed right through the legs.
That was good.
All right, let's see if J-Dub can get something going here. If I were him, I'd want to hit a forehand and then try to hit a forehand here. He's got the forehand. Oh, it's a good hand.
That stays in.
I mean, JW had what he wanted there. He got the forehand pass, hit a good one, made his way forward, just couldn't close it.
7-5.
Beautifully played shot there by Hunter. And that'll get him to 8, 3 points away from taking the match.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that shot how many times today? He hasn't missed many. Oh, free point.
And make it 9-5.
And in singles, that's kind of the cardinal sin, is missing a return, because, you know, you're not making your opponent work for it at all.
Yeah, Hunter had J-Dub on a string there. It felt like it was only a matter of time. And we have reached match point. 3 straight points on this service opportunity. J-Dub does have a timeout remaining, but looks like he's not going to bother with it.
And that's a world-class singles point. That's, you know, those guys, they both wanted to win that point, and they played it really clean. Hunter just a little too good.
10-5.
So match point. Championship point.
All right.
Side out.
Got to get some movement here.
I'll get it.
Well, J-Dub's only scored 1 point in his last 7 serves.
Side out.
A lot of
Making
pressure.
1 point on 8 serves. That's not going to get it done.
It's a tough recipe to win a game like that, because it puts so much pressure on you when you're returning.
This is match point number 2. There will not be a third. Hunter Johnson will always be able to tell his grandkids he won the first ever championship in the history of the Ballpark Series. How cool is that?
I mean, it's unreal. It's what a unique experience. And I mean, that third game came down to real pickleball, and Hunter just played incredibly.
So 8-11, 11-5, 11-5 in favor of Hunter Johnson. And we will hear from the champion coming up when our coverage from Fenway Park continues here on CBS Sports Network.
Welcome back to Fenway Park. We have crowned our first champion of the Ballpark Series, Hunter Johnson, Not just the first of this series, the first ever professional champion of a pickleball match inside a major league ballpark.
Wow.
How cool is it to win an event like this?
Yeah, me and Jay were joking. We're like, okay, Johnson is going to win this match. So I just happened to come out on top. It was a fun match. I mean, just being in Fenway is iconic. I mean, the history that's here. Just to be able to play pickleball in a big baseball stadium like this is just incredible. I grew up playing baseball and tennis, but baseball was, I always wanted to come here, so to be able to play, you know, a different sport here is amazing.
You played on the biggest stages of pickleball, but what is this stage like when you walk on to the outfield at an iconic ballpark like Fenway?
I don't know. I was joking. I was walking. I touched the grass. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but I did it. I might grab a couple and you know, put it in my pocket for, you know, safekeeping. But I mean, this is just amazing. For them to put this on is incredible for the fans, and not just, especially the players too, to be able to say that you can do this is just, I'll never forget this. So this is awesome.
With this being history making, what did you learn as the game went along? It's a different setting for a pickleball game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not enjoy it? I mean, just even looking up and seeing the Fenway Park sign is incredible. But yeah, it's a little crazy. Like, it's a different court than we usually play with. The surroundings are obviously different. So just getting used to that a little bit in the first match was helpful. So, you know, we all kind of adjust when we have to, and yeah, it was a great time.
Love it. Congratulations, Jorja Johnson, our first ever champion of the Ballpark Series here at Fenway Park. We have more pickleball coming up, but first.
The Ballpark Series on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin Sports, the official ball of the Ballpark Series, and by the U.S. Virgin Islands, the official tourism board of the Ballpark Series.
I don't know if there's any ballparks in the U.S. Virgin Islands, but I'm up for a tournament there. Let's talk about the next tournament we do have coming up from Fenway Park, or the next match, I should say. It is the Women's Singles Championship. You see the bio there on Parris Todd, and there she is. And Parris, she really had to work in her semifinal to get past her doubles teammate, Millie Rain. Millie took her the distance 3 games and then extra pickleball, 13-11, before Parris finally advanced to be able to get to the championship here. So we'll see whether or not she is vulnerable against Jorja Johnson. And Jorja, just 16 years old, she beat one of the premier names in the history of the sport, Simone Jardim, in her semifinal. She made light work of it, beating Simone in consecutive games.
Yeah, Georgia's got a unique game where she hits it heavy and flat, and if she's on, she's gonna hit a lot of winners, and that's what happened in that match against Simone. And Millie Rain taking Parris Todd to 13-11 in the thirds. A very interesting scoreline. It's not one you'd expect on paper, but of course, you know, the game's not played on paper, and Millie put up a great fight, but Parris got through it.
And Jorja, she's going to try and win this one here for her family. Since JW was unable to come through against Hunter, now it's up to her and see if she can take home the first ever women's professional singles title in the history of the Ballpark Series. And she has really rocketed up the Duper rankings. She is now 11th overall in women's singles. Parris is 4th in women's singles in the Duper rankings.
Yeah, Jorja at 11 is a little higher than I would have thought, but she, like I said, she's a young buck. She's 16, can hit the heck out of the ball, and she's improved so much. And the scary part is she's 16, and who knows how much better she can get.
Yeah, just recently turned 16. She's been playing pickleball since she was 7, however. And Parris, meantime, she made the switch after Parris played tennis at a very high level, owns over 85 tennis titles in her career before making the switch to pickleball. So, you know, a little bit of a contrast here. You got Jorja, who primarily has played pickleball, and you've got Parris, who has made the switch to pickleball from tennis.
Yeah, it's actually really fun to watch, right? Because you have Jorja that she played softball growing up and then transitioned to pickleball, never really played tennis. And then Parris, like you mentioned, big tennis background, traditional tennis strokes, hits with a lot of loop and spin, and can hit points and spots, and Jorja flattens it out and and hits it hard. So it'll be fun to watch.
I think that's one of the things I love about pickleball. You see such a diverse background. Tyson McGuffin was a wrestler, and you know, you think of Corinne Carr, who was a golfer. And some of players that are elite level athletes in other sports are able to transition and do really well at pickleball.
You just need good hand-eye. You got Callan Dawson that played baseball, AJ Kohler that played hockey. Any good hand-eye, you can make the transition.
And we are underway. And how about that quick forehand out of Parris Todd, and she'll take a quick 1-0 advantage.
0-0.
Excuse me, a side out on that one as it gets over to Parris, as Jorja had started that off with the serve.
Turn goes long, so Parris.
1-0.
I feel like Parris might be coming out in this one a little bit more focused after having that trouble with Millie in the semifinals, and it's showing right now she's quickly up 2-0.
Yeah, and I don't know if Parris got to practice or play too much before that first match. It might have been her first experience on the court, which takes some getting used to for sure. So.
Point.
And she's got 3 serves and 3 points already here. And it has changed a little bit even since we first came on the air, because now it is primarily, I mean, there's still a little bit of daylight left, but clouds have moved in.
Point.
And it's primarily the artificial lighting of the lights here at the ballpark.
4-0.
Under the lights at Fenway.
If you had told me that in 2016, that we'd be sitting here watching pickleball at Fenway Park, I would have said, you are, I don't know what you're on, but.
I would have said, what's pickleball in 2016?
Well, yeah, exactly.
0-4.
Side out, so it's 0-4. And that's going to be long.
Side out.
Yeah, so Jorja's a kind of an all-or-nothing type player. Like, she's hitting her returns. She's going to come to the kitchen a little bit more than Parris will. And if Parris has good passing shots, so if Parris is on, it's going to be tough.
Side out.
And that serve did not stay in.
0-4.
So a break there for Jorja. Can she take advantage? Yes, she can. Gets her first point of the match.
Yeah, got a short return from Parris, and Jorja followed that in and hit a good approach shot. And Parris missed the pass wide.
1-4.
And make it 2-4.
Good. Very contrasting serves too. Jorja flattens it out and tries to hit penetrating deep, and Parris has a really high loopy topspin that's hard to handle.
That's going to be long. 3 straight points. And Jorja's right back in this.
3-4. Point.
All right, Jorja 4 straight points now. And we're tied up at 4-4. How about that?
Point.
5 straight.
That was, yeah, you haven't seen her hit too many kind of soft backhand rolls like that. She's usually, you know, crushing the ball. So that was a smart play to mix it up.
Keep Parris guessing. Goes right back to the power there, though, and then Parris couldn't catch up to it.
I'm a little surprised by the styles we're seeing right now, because we saw Parris just hit the return and come to the kitchen. Oftentimes in women's singles, they'll stay back and you'll see a lot more rallies, just ground stroke rallies. We haven't seen too much of that. They're coming to the kitchen.
And it's not working for Parris right now.
No. So we'll see if she adjusts and decides to stay back on some of these, because I think, you know, Jorja has good passing shots.
All 7 of Jorja's points have come on this single service opportunity. And she finally will give the serve back over to Parris.
As we saw, Parris decided to stay back on that one, and Jorja was probably a little confused, like, oh, nobody's there.
4-7.
Jorja elects to stay back, and
Side
Parris fires wide.
Just missed. So we're going to keep seeing this chess match of, you know, maybe I'll come in, maybe I'll stay back, and just, I mean, Parris is probably just trying to figure out what's going to work best against Jorja right here.
Well, that time she stays back, and Jorja puts it into the net.
4-7.
Jorja will play later this weekend alongside her brother in mixed doubles.
Yeah, we've got them. I think Millie and I are playing them
5-7.
in the first match on Sunday, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'll be at 11 a.m. That will not be part of our CBS coverage window. So if you want to be playing on the CBS coverage window, you're going to need to win a little bit on Sunday.
Yeah, there's no earnings for wins, but you know the earnings is getting to play on CBS Sports Network. So
7-5. Point.
So Jorja makes it 8-5.
I mean, Jorja's definitely the underdog in this match. Parris comes in as, I would say, a significant favorite. But any given day.
Yeah, well, Jorja's got to feel pretty good, though, the way that she handled Simone in the semis.
Point.
And how about that? That one does stay in. She catches that baseline.
Got a timeout call from Parris, which is probably smart.
9-5.
At 9-5, the timeout is taken by Parris. Well, players, club managers, tournament directors, coaches, are you currently running a club or thinking of starting a tournament or league in your local community? Be sure to visit pickleballden.com, where you will find the very best software to power the experience. Pickleball Den offers a wide variety of outstanding tools to maximize the experience for players at all levels. Don't settle for anything but the very best. Visit pickleballden.com today. Dave Benz, Rob Nunnery, Emily Proud, and our CBS Sports Network crew along with you here from Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. A gorgeous summer evening here in New England. And I don't know how you elected to get over here to Fenway earlier today, but I rented one of the blue bikes and made about a 1.5 mile ride from the hotel over here, and it was a fantastic way to get through Fenway, or get to Fenway.
That's good fun. Pickle 4's been good enough to set us up at a hotel. It's about a 6-minute walk away, so it makes it really easy to get back and forth.
Time in. 9-5.
So 9-5 as we resume. We'll see if the timeout from Parris can get her the serve back. Indeed it does.
Well, we saw Parris get off to a quick, what was it, 4-0 lead, and then
she scored her first 4 points on her first 4 serves,
Yeah.
and then has only scored 1 since.
that'll help.
So closes it here to 6-9.
6-9.
She's more than capable of going on a run. Great two-handed backhand. And then good coverage, but can't get it over.
Side out.
Yeah, it's the challenge. If you don't come in on the right ball or hit a really good volley, you're going to be in a tough spot.
9-6 for Jorja Johnson, and there we've got a point to make it game point.
And I know we saw Hunter and JW smiling a lot, engaging with the crowd. I'm telling you, Parris is competitive as they come, and she wants to win this. A great
Side
shot.
out.
Jorja got stuck in a little bit of no man's land there. Not a great spot to try to be volleying from. You want to get all the way to the kitchen line if you're able to. She just was a couple steps slow there.
6-10. Side out.
Boy, that was impressive out of Jorja. Quick reflexes. And now she'll have another game point opportunity. Game point number 2.
6.
But it'll have to wait. Parris hanging in there.
Yeah, it looked like she framed that one a little bit, and we haven't seen too many of that. The court does have some spots where the ball won't come up quite as high as others, and maybe that happened there.
And that is something that, will be improved upon, you would think, as the ballpark series. Wow.
That's unreal.
Tough to improve on that. There was nothing wrong with that shot.
That was unreal. I mean, Jorja's court coverage there is crazy.
And there was some English on that off the paddle of Parris, too. She handled it brilliantly. So game point number 3 for Jorja Johnson. And there it is.
Got it.
Point change.
Jorja will take game 1, 11-6. And Parris Todd now in a hole if she wants to try to win here at Fenway Park. She will need to reel off consecutive games as she's down. Jorja Johnson feeling good after winning game 1, 11-6.
The Ballpark Series on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin Sports, the official ball of the Ballpark Series, and by the U.S. Virgin Islands, the official tourism board of the Ballpark Series.
Welcome back to Fenway Park. I am sitting best seat in the house. We are courtside watching these pros play, but I got 2 champions next to me, Lori and Steven, winning gold today in some of the amateur matches. Steven, you told me that you're a big Red Sox fan, but playing pickleball at Fenway, what is this like?
It's amazing. I mean, just being out here playing pickleball is awesome, and playing in the tournament is awesome, but then you look around for a second and you're just awestruck, you know? And I think one of the strangest things is looking at the field and seeing a pickleball on the field, like in the outfield. You know, I took a picture of that. That just seems so cool. Yeah, it's been an amazing feeling to be here, and we're psyched now to watch these ladies play.
Lori, you said that this is your first time watching the pros play. What are you learning from them? You don't need to learn anything. You already won the gold, but what are you taking away from these ladies?
Some good tips. I'll never be as good as them, but it's great to watch. So.
Congratulations again. Enjoy the match. Dave, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Great stuff. Congratulations to them. And they will never forget having a chance to have won a gold here at Fenway Park. And Parris Todd starts off this second game with a point. Trying to climb out of a hole. By the way, I have confirmed registration is still open for the event in San Francisco next weekend, but it does close tomorrow. So if you still want to play in one of the amateur brackets in Oracle Park next weekend, get online right now and just Google it up. Google the Pickle 4 Ballpark Series, and it'll take you where you need to go, and you can register. You can also, as you mentioned, Rob, you can reserve a court. If you don't want to necessarily play in a tournament, but you say, hey, you know what? Let's get a bunch of friends together and go play pickleball at Oracle Park. And the one great thing I'll tell you about Oracle is, you know, here at Fenway, you talked about how we were a little bit worried about some of the raindrops, whatever. That's not going to be a problem next week at Oracle. It does not rain this time of year in Northern California, and there is 0% chance that there's going to be rain affecting things next weekend in San Francisco.
No, if you're even on the fence about doing it, you know, you have to do it. When I got approached about this, I was like, yeah, Fenway Park, that's cool. But then you don't realize like the gravity of it or how cool it is until you actually get here and experience it. So I really urge anybody that's on the fence about going to experience it to do it.
0-2.
So 0-2 here as Jorja gets a chance to try and see if she can climb back in this small hole, and she gets a point right there. That was beautiful down the sideline.
One, two. Side out.
Side out, gets it back over to Parris.
2-1.
Parris Todd, who, when she was 5 years old, told her parents she wanted a tennis racket, and now she's doing it with the paddle, and Jorja's doing it pretty well in addition to Parris.
That was a ludicrous shot. I mean, you don't see many return winners, period, in pickleball, and to do it like kind of a chip cross-court return winner is bonkers. That's an unreal shot.
Yeah, even Parris applauded that effort.
Yeah, applauded, gave a little chuckle. Like, where did that come from?
Jorja's saying, you know what? I don't want to go a third game. I just want to wrap this thing up.
Okay.
That ball just kind of died on her.
Yeah, I think Jorja called her own serve out.
Oh, that's what happened.
2-2.
So 2-2 as Parris gets it back.
Side out.
Yeah, we talked about the return miss being kind of the cardinal sin. Serve miss isn't great, but it's also not the worst thing in the world because you're not losing a point on it. And sometimes the risk is worth the reward because you put so much pressure if you hit a big serve that's deep in the court that's hard to return.
2-2.
Both players staying back on the baseline, and then a misfire by Parris.
Yeah,
To the side out.
Just seeing a few more unforced errors than I'm used to seeing with Parris, so we'll see if she cleans it up.
Point.
Well placed shot there by Jorja to go in front 3-2. Friendly bounce off the net for Jorja. Parris got there but couldn't keep it in.
Impressive that Parris even got to that ball. I mean, she's one of the best movers in the sport, but I didn't think she was going to get there, and she did. Just missed it wide.
4-2.
Nice to see a smile on Parris's face. She is such an intense competitor. Sometimes you wonder, is she enjoying the experience?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I think if you look at any photo of me playing a tournament, it's never been a smile. It's just so hard to find that balance. I mean, some people will just play better when they're smiling all the time. Some people play better when they're focused. I think Parris and I are the same in terms of the intensity's high and we're pretty focused. And you're not going to get too many smiles out of me unless something ridiculous happens.
Point.
4 straight points now for Jorja Johnson on this service opportunity. And Parris says, I think I'm going to need a timeout. Try and stop this momentum here that Jorja has. Georgia's just 5 points away from wrapping up this championship. Hey, pickleball fans, Pickle 4 is proud to bring you professional pickleball for the first time ever in major league ballparks. And as we alluded to, next weekend we do travel west to Oracle Park on the shores of San Francisco Bay. Catch the top professional players from both tours in one place in 2 of baseball's great cathedrals. Pickle 4 and CBS Sports Network will also bring you the 2024 U.S. Open Pickleball Championships next April from Naples, Florida. For more, go to pickle4.com and join the movement with Pickle 4. And we are so thrilled to be a part of this event with CBS Sports Network. And CBS Sports Network has been such a great home to pickleball from the very beginning. The original home of the U.S. Open Championships in Naples, Florida.
Yeah, it's kind of known as the OG event in pickleball. I mean, the brand, it was one of the first pro pickleball tournaments that existed, so they really put pro pickleball on the map, and they've been going strong ever since.
And you just hope, and the tournament this past year, Rob, was fantastic, despite the biggest names from the PPA Tour being not in the tournament. You just hope that some of the decisions that were made that resulted in that outcome might be resolved coming up before next April, and we might see the Ben Johnsons and the Annalie Waters return to the U.S. Open.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's such an iconic tournament that you always want to have the best talent there, because then you get all the best players in the world competing against each other. And it's a little bit different when you have a lot of the top players that aren't there, because it doesn't quite feel like a true victory, because you didn't do it against all the very best.
Meantime, Jorja Johnson, that timeout did nothing to stop her momentum. She's got 3 straight points out of the timeout. She has scored 7 straight points on this serve opportunity. It was 2-2 when she took over the serve. She's 2 points away from the championship. And Parris says, not so fast. I'm not going to go down without a fight.
I don't think I've ever seen Jorja play better singles. I mean, she's striking the ball in you know, she's hitting her spots, and just like she did earlier against Simone, she's on fire today.
I mean, aside from that 4-0 flurry to start the first game for Parris, this thing has been all Jorja Johnson.
Yeah, these singles matches can flip on a dime, though, so we'll see if Parris is able to climb back in here.
Wide.
And that was just wide.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. Jorja just hasn't missed very much, and you know, if Parris can start, Jorja can start just missing her spots by a little bit, but Parris can climb back in this thing quick.
4-9.
Good look there. Remember, if it hits the line, it is in, but that one clearly missed. That one missed as well. So 3 straight points here for Parris now.
Ball was out. Okay.
Yeah, Jorja called the serve out there.
Oh, the serve got called out.
You have
okay.
9.
I thought it was just a bit deep.
So back over to Jorja at 9-4, 2 points away. Parris comes up to the net. It does stay in, but then Jorja dispenses of the pleasantries.
Well, that was trickier than it looked, because that thing had a ton of backspin on it, and if you waited too long, it was going to bounce all the way back over the net. So she had to be really slow. She was so close to hitting the net, too.
So match and championship point here. And there it is.
Point.
16-year-old Jorja Johnson. In what we're both going to call a minor upset, is victorious over Parris Todd. In consecutive games, she wins it 11-5, 11-4. And Jorja Johnson is your first ever women's singles champion in the history of the Ballpark Series.
I mean, and did it in a pretty routine fashion against one of the best singles players in the world. So, you know, big props to Jorja. I think it's really cool that you can have a 16-year-old competing at a pro sport against, you know, people much older than her.
The Ballpark Series on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin Sports, the official ball of the Ballpark Series, and by the U.S. Virgin Islands, the official tourism board of the Ballpark Series.
Welcome back into CBS Sports. It's a summer of pickleball here on CBS Sports Network. We got our first action done for tonight, but it is not slowing down. We got a lot more fun to be had later this summer, but I got to talk to our champion here, making history, Jorja Johnson. I see you're jamming to some Taylor Swift right now. How much fun were you having out there tonight?
Oh, so much fun. The crowd is great. You know, they kind of got into it, and of course having it on CBS is really cool. Everyone watching online, thank you so much for tuning in. This is really special, having it at this venue, and it's just really cool to be one of the first people to do it. And I'm so thankful for everyone having us and everyone who volunteered to help.
We talked earlier in the broadcast about some of the challenges of playing in a unique venue like this. You seem to have no trouble whatsoever. What's working so well for you?
I think it's the music, really. Yeah, and of course it helps that my Franklin family is here to support, and you know, this is their hometown, and so it was really special to be able to come out here for the first time and hang out with them and play here at the Boston Red Sox.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Congratulations on the win. I'll let you go back to jam into some Taylor Swift. Dave, back to you.
The Taylor Swift, it gets them all. And what a great afternoon and evening this was. Rob Nunnery, your thoughts on what you saw here today, both as someone watching it and calling it, and as someone who got to play here at Fenway Park on day one.
Oh, I mean, what a cool experience to be on court playing, and then yeah, to be calling it with you and watching the action under the lights. There's nothing better. And you know, while it's an exhibition on the pro side, it didn't feel like an exhibition. I mean, Jorja played some of the best pickleball I've ever seen her play, and definitely wanted to win, and Parris battled hard. And yeah, just really, really cool to see. And it's just nice to see all these players out here having fun and engaging with the crowd. And like I said earlier, it's a little bit of a break for us to not be on the tournament grind and be able to experience something like this. So I think we're all really, really grateful to be a part of it.
And you'll be playing on Sunday as both part of the mixed doubles and the men's doubles, and we will have All that coverage coming your way on CBS Sports Network coming up on Sunday. Coming up next, it's the World Series of Poker bracelet event. Make sure you are checking that out as we continue bringing you all the best sports the world has to offer on CBS Sports. And for Rob Nunnery, Emily Proud, and our entire crew, I'm Dave Benz saying so long from Fenway Park. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home for CBS Sports.
Streaming now on Pickle TV.
A multi-time champion. Nearly $300 million invested into Bell Bank Park, and it is a spectacular pickleball facility.
It's expected next year that prize money pool will be north of $2 million. It continues to grow as more and more sponsors come on board.
It is all the rage. Pickleball's not going anywhere. It is on fire.